Looking for a new podcast? How about one that celebrates milestones? Join host Mark J. Parker as he celebrates a milestone anniversary of your favorite films. One's Bitten, yeah, he's got that. Charlie's Angels, Tu Wong Fu, Clueless. The list goes on and on, folks. So join Mark J. Parker on Release Date Rewind podcast. Available on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else you find podcasts. Available right here on You Run Podcast Network. Welcome to the podcast. I'll start, fine. I hated watching Patrick Wilson drag his stupid broken leg across a stupid desert.
Hold still, big guy. I'm about to improve your face. Is that a Bone Tomahawk? Cute.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host with the most on the ones and twos. You know they call me Shed Dancing. You know it's 6 degrees outside and I'm tougher than Danny O'Dwyer. That's his name? It's me, Ryan Wilson. What's up, motherfuckers? Also with me tonight, the razor blade himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, the mustard smuggler smuggling the mustard. Seamus Rogers. Seamus, what's good, baby?
What's going on, man? What's up, guys?
Also with us tonight, follically challenged himself, the mustache overlord. You know he loves sweatpants and ketchup. Ugh. Gregory J. Hoey. Greg, hi, how are you?
Great. Fastest gun in the East. Side of Gonic.
No.
Cold iron.
Also with us tonight, the queen of koalas, the outspoken outback, the motherfucking never-paleontologist. It's Kate. Kate, what's good, girl?
Hi, I'm good. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Good to see you all.
My biggest surprise of 2025 was finding out you were a paleontologist. I didn't even know those people existed in the world. I thought it was just something that Spielberg used for Jurassic Park.
Dinosaurs don't exist anymore either.
No, they're fake.
They were marketed. They were created for little boys' sheets. And
I always knew you sounded a little classier than everybody else that was on this podcast. Now I know why.
Well, thank you. That's very lovely. Yes. I don't know what to say to that. That's a very nice compliment.
There's nothing to say to it.
I like bones.
I prefer my dinosaurs in chicken tender form or chicken nugget form.
ooh,
You know, yeah.
place in dinosaur nuggets
Yeah. Dino nuggies. They've got a place in the
Take
world.
our
They're
back.
without ketchup. Of
With
course.
ketchup, some honey, the most underrated condiment in the world.
Okay, Greg. Right.
In the world!
Honey. Who knew?
Goes well with
Who knew?
yogurt.
Honey.
Sweet as honey, baby. Woo!
All right. Well, we're not here to talk about bumblebees, and we are here to talk about a dope ass movie about bones, and that's why we brought on a paleontologist. Greg, what are we talking about? What am I talking about? It's so cold out, I'm gonna die.
We are talking about 2015 Bone Tomahawk, which I saw for the first time in 2024, thanks to Kate, who recommended it. And I absolutely, spoiler alert, I love this movie, and I can't wait to talk about it.
I didn't even know it existed until Kate told you.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a spreader of movies. I told a lot of people. You got a lot of people to watch that movie because I got a lot of people to watch that
I'm like
movie.
the unofficial ambassador of Bone Tomahawk. I'm very
Well, I
proud.
saw it independent of any Australians, okay? I saw it on my own. On Tubi, which apparently I never told Greg about many years ago.
Is somebody
You're
telling
sounding very Trumpy right now.
Because I'm the best host. I'm the greatest host.
I'm the best at watching movies. And we're going to break it down a little. Maybe with some scratches.
Oi.
And do you want me to take this on, Ryan, or are you going to take this on?
Oh, Greg, God, no. You look so stunning tonight. I would feel just taken aback if I did it. So, yeah, it's your anagram. I got pretty upset about a lot of the topics that I just read over, and I'm ready to go, though.
Well, happy to hear that. As we discussed, we are covering Bone Tomahawk. The only thing we're using from the bone is the B. And for the B, it's bringing another character from another movie to help on this crazy journey to save Mrs. Dwyer and...
Dwyer or Dwyer?
I think it's O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer.
O'Dwyer.
Like an Irish kind of...
Yeah, I think it is O'Dwyer.
It is O'Dwyer, and it says it right there. So, I won't edit that, but just, hey, hello, I made a mistake. I'm thinking of the other guy's name, but I can't think of it.
Deputy Nick.
Deputy Nick. Make a wish.
Oh, Deputy Nick.
Super helpful.
Hi, Deputy
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
All
Greg,
right.
do you have a brief synopsis of what the movie's about, or you're just jumping right in head first?
So, a little bit about this movie. In the Old West, a small-town sheriff and his ragtag posse set out to rescue several townspeople from a brutal, cave-dwelling, cannibalistic troglodyte tribe.
Now, are we considered a ragtag posse? We must be.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just thinking that we are definitely a ragtag posse.
I'm Kurt Russell.
I'm the broody one.
I was just thinking because of my mustache, I was like, it's
Can
very Kurt
you?
Russell.
Who's going to be Chicory? Am I Chicory or is Ryan Chicory?
Ryan hates chicory. I can already
I
tell.
hate him. So,
Ryan's definitely the troglodyte.
I wish I could say that was the first time I've been called that.
It just means you live in a cave. It just means cave dweller. It's not really.
Are they
it's more-
related to the cave dwellers from what was that other movie?
The Descent.
The Descent, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, God.
yes. This is a prequel.
Another good
to The Descent.
genre blending movie.
Ooh, imagine that. Descent versus Bone Tomahawk, the movie
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
coming soon.
Terrible. Stop.
It would be awesome. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Seamus is definitely the Arthur Dwyer or the Brooder.
Yeah. I guess I'm Samantha because I'm a girl.
Yeah, Ryan, you can be Kurt Russell, and I'll be
You can be Chicory. Yeah.
I mean, my body feels like chicory, so
I've been compared to Kurt Russell many times.
yeah.
All right, so now, Greg, now that we've gone over what the fuck it is we're talking about, for the people, everything we do is for the people, what is next?
So we're talking about B bringing another character from another movie to help on the journey to save Mrs. O'Dwyer and Deputy Nick. Who wants to go first? Oh, I will. Check this out. I would like to bring in Charlie Prince, a.k.a. Ben Foster from 310 to Yuma.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was a dope movie.
Him and Brooder would have an issue with each other.
Yeah, he's insane. I guess Ben Foster from any movie would probably be a good choice, but this dude's unhinged. I think 310 to Yuma, the remake, is super underrated, and Ben Foster's performance is absolutely amazing. I think he would be an excellent addition to the Bone Tomahawk.
Ben Foster's a great addition to any movie, in my opinion.
I'll have to watch that movie.
Oh, you haven't seen 310 to Yuma?
No.
Oh, it's such a good Western. And, Christian Bale and your very own Russell Crowe is in it.
It's
He's
another
actually a Kiwi, I believe. But,
underrated
Oh,
Western.
is he?
yeah.
Okay.
But that's all right. We'll say he's Australian. He's got a farm here in Coffs Harbour, so
Kiwis, New Zealand?
yeah.
Sounds
right.
racist when you say that. I don't like it.
So
Yeah.
I
They don't
never knew
mind.
that derogatory term.
Fucking Kiwi.
I just always thought of it as a fruit. That's very delicious.
It's a bird as
Hard to
well.
cut.
It's their national bird. It's really
Oh,
cute.
okay.
Looks like a bin chicken, but more native than a bin chicken. I saw a bin
Now,
chicken
Kate,
today. I got a
you
picture. I'll
say
send it to
bin
you.
chicken. You say bin chicken like it's a familiar term to us.
Right. Ryan, have you ever cooked up a bin chicken cuisine?
No, I've been there, done that though.
Let me
It's a
look.
different
I think
thing.
the bin chicken is the ibis, I think. Bin chicken.
I had
Hang
bin
on.
chicken for lunch today. I know what it is.
Oh, it's the Australian white ibis is a bin chicken. I literally saw one this morning and took a photo of it. I'll send it to you. Because you don't usually see them in the streets. They're usually like in
Not
more.
look like that does not look like a chicken at all.
No, and they eat from bins, I think is why we call them bin chickens. But
Ah.
I don't know. Sorry, that's a massive
So they're
segue.
dumpster birds.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They're like the pigeons of UK.
Yeah. Well, we have pigeons here too that tend to eat. So Australian pigeons. I don't think there's any difference. I don't know. Pigeons are cute.
Those
though.
ones are deadly.
I think they got an accent.
Yes, they do.
It's got quite the beak.
They do. They look really. They do scare people because they look vicious, but they're not. They're really gentle. They just walk around and eat food.
I'll fight
You
any
did?
chicken.
This one's eating a fucking frog.
Oh, I don't need to see that. I don't like frogs. I mean, I like frogs, but they scare me. Sorry, guys. I derailed everything then into Birdville, so I apologize. Continue.
I
with your
changed my
discussion.
mind. I'm not taking Ben Foster. I'm taking a bin chicken.
Bin chicken. Well, it'd be able to fly up. Actually, I don't think they fly, but yeah, we'll see.
All right, Ryan, what do you got?
Oh, me? Fuck, I didn't know
Couldn't
you'd
be.
go for me next. I'd bring in Liam Neeson from Taken.
He definitely would have gotten them back.
I feel like everyone in this movie lacked any sort of fighting prowess or physical prowess or even common sense. And I feel like Liam Neeson from Taken, would have had a problem whatsoever. I mean, I would never lose a fight to a troglodyte, but Kurt Russell did. I don't know.
Liam Neeson would pick up a cup like he's talking on a phone. I got special skills.
All right, Seamus, what about you?
I would bring in Ash Williams. You know, he would just warp in, time travel, whatever he does to however the book gets in there. You know, he would come in with his boomstick and his chainsaw gun, and he'd be ready to take on some troglodytes. You know, he'd have some like one-liners like, "Nice place, real cozy. Shame about the murder cannibals. Hold still, big guy. I'm about to improve your face. Is that a Bone Tomahawk? Cute. I've got a chainsaw that eats those for breakfast." Or, "You scream like my ex, and she was possessed." So I think Ash Williams would add a good element to the movie.
Yeah.
I think
very
you
well.
could help him write one-liners. I would say the best for last. Obviously, Kate, bless us with your pick.
Okay, I initially actually went down the Walking Dead path. I went with either Michonne or Daryl Dixon. Then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Obviously, I wasn't sure actually if we had to be someone from that time or if it had to be someone, it could just be anyone. So I initially went with Billy the Kid because Billy the
I
Kid
thought the
is
same thing.
the oldie Western.
Sorry to interrupt. I thought the same thing, but then I'm like, well, Ash Williams did kind of time travel, so he could appropriately be there.
And then I threw the whole it has to be from the same time period out. And I narrowed it down to Lara Croft and John Wick. And I feel like Lara Croft might be, because she's very agile. She can climb. I'm not saying John Wick can't climb, but I think that Lara Croft would have the complete package. And I think she'd do really well.
Her triangle breast would definitely deflect any arrows.
Well, that's right. And if she'd be able to climb the what's it called? The rope on the cave thing
Crag.
without hurting herself, because she'd have.
Well, she
some
better
body
hope she
fat.
doesn't get caught after seeing what they do to the women.
Well, that's true. So maybe we throw John Wick in instead, so she's not at risk. But she wouldn't get caught because she's been in much more sticky situations than that and got out of it.
John Wick probably wouldn't get involved because the troglodytes don't eat dogs.
Yeah, if they took his
That's
dog, he'd be pissed.
Yeah. If his dog was at the station that night and got kidnapped, maybe. Yeah. So
That
I'm
would
gonna go
add
with
a
Lara.
cute element to the movie for sure.
They cut the dog's legs off and take his eyes and try and impregnate it.
Whoa. I couldn't handle that movie. Speaking of positive things, we're going to tea. And we're talking about 3 positive things you love about this movie, whether it be scenes, kills, actor, or just anything positive. Seamus, you want to go first?
Yeah. I got 3 things that probably stand out the most for me is the acting, the mix of characters, and the dialogue between them.
Nice. I agree. Kate?
So I went with the characters. I think Bruder is really interesting. I think all the characters are great. I also feel like under all of the chaos and gore, this is ultimately a love story. And, Arthur doesn't hesitate, regardless of his limitations from his injury, to immediately set off and try and save Samantha. And he knows he's probably not going to make it. And yeah, I just think it's a really nice love story. And I also the acting is great.
I totally thought they were gonna like have to amputate his leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
I'm surprised. I reckon, I do think that when they got back, because we never see them get back, but I think that he might have lost that.
That probably inevitably happened.
That might have been the first thing that, the amputation.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this movie. They leave the ending for your interpretation, right?
Yeah. They didn't even make it back. There's just like a bunch of other troglodytes that got him.
Yeah.
I just love how anytime he got heated up, he would always be like, "I'm sorry for getting heated."
I'm sorry, I'm in a bad mood, but yeah.
Ryan, you want to go next? You want me to kick it off?
No, I'm all over this. First off, really strong cast. I mean, going back and seeing the light up, I was like, oh shit, dude, it's Matthew Fox from Lost. I was like, I don't think he's done anything else since that shit. And he was a standout character to me through the whole movie. He had some great fucking lines. I love the time. I love the time period. I love any movie set in this time period, really. I find it's a fascinating time in history. And obviously, it was a long road to get there, but the last, 10 minutes of the movie really puts a nice bow on everything. So, good ending. Fun. Family film.
My dad loved it. So, yeah. I will say, I'll agree with all you guys. The acting, the cast was absolutely top notch. And I don't know how this movie is so slept on. Like, I feel like this movie should get more credit than it does. The kills, it's just no bullshit at all. Like, it's just fucking brutal and straight to the point. And then thirdly, I think the pacing. Like, some will say it's like a slow movie. But I actually love the build-up, the character development. And like Ryan said, the climax is like the ultimate payoff. The end is fucking wild as fuck. And I love how they kind of just leave the troglodytes off screen for the most part until like the very end, and then you kind of get a glimpse of what you're dealing with, and it's absolute fucking horror. Because they could have really leaned on that and done a lot more with that, but they kind of left it really vague like that, and I like that.
Yeah, you hear them, but you don't see them.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Mm.
Yeah, well, if, you wonder, did Kurt Russell take out, was there one left at the end?
I think it was 3. Was it 3?
Or 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Did he fail, or did he kill all 3? And then who delivered those babies?
Yeah, and after he did he have a drink from the flask? Took
hot
it out.
Flask.
That flask, that was brutal.
The hot flask was so
He took that like a champ.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I feel like he got them because Chicory drops the rock and he lets his guard down. He's like, oh, okay. It's not that the rock was probably going to do a lot, but yeah, I like to think that he finished them off and that was his sign that was safe.
Yeah, I would have been like, before you leave, put a bullet in my head. He must have been in excruciating pain and just be like, I'm going to stay here and wait for them to come back and kill him.
Yeah.
I do love how Chicory said, why'd you tell Deputy Nick that the cavalry was coming? God, some people like to hear that. And then when they're fucking torturing him, he's like, I'm gonna avenge you. I'll avenge you, I swear.
That's right.
Oh, it's good shit. So that brings us to O for Tomahawk and one standout performance. Who stood out the most for you? We'll start with our guest, Kate. Who stood out the most for you?
Sorry, Ryan, but Richard Jenkins as Chicory stood out the most for me. I think any single actor in this movie could actually justifiably get this award. He's actually very smart in many ways. I think he's a bit simple in a lot of ways, but when the mayor's wife comes in and is like, why wasn't the mayor told? He immediately comes up with a reason and says, I can't remember what reason he actually gives, but he puts it on himself so that the sheriff doesn't have to, put up with her whinging. His loyalty, he's so funny and kind. he still takes flowers to his wife's grave, and he expresses joy at the smallest things. And I love when Bruder says, "Are any of you somnambulists, like sleepwalkers?" And he's like, "That's private." It's really sweet. It's so sweet. When Arthur gets angry at him and he calls him a dumb imbecile, and he says, and he apologizes, and he says, "Oh, it's all right. My wife used to call me a dumb imbecile all the time. It felt kind of nice." and sort of to make him feel better and to know that he's forgiven. Yeah, I just think it's... and when the troglodyte spits out the tincture, the opium, and he says, "Well, it's got to taste better than people." I think every single line in it that made me laugh a lot is Chicory's line. And I actually spent the first time I watched this movie, I spent the whole movie dreading that I was convinced he was not going to make it. And I knew I'd be really upset. So yeah, I was glad. Then I could enjoy it the next time, not having to worry about it.
Well, I mean, did you set it up like he's not going to make it right from the get-go? Like, he's, like, winded when he, like, goes to talk to the sheriff. And it's not that I disliked him, but he's probably the last guy that I want to bring with me in that situation. I did love how he just nervous talks through the whole thing. You know, I was like, "Can you please stop that, please?" And he's just like, "Oh, I reckon I can." Like, I did enjoy him as a character. I just...
He was an ideal character to kill off, I guess you'd say. He's old, he misses his wife, you know. But they flipped it on that one.
They really did.
This tea tastes like corn. Well, it is corn chowder. That makes sense.
Now it tastes good.
Ryan, what about you?
All right, look, man. I loved Matthew Fox in this movie. I think he had some of the funniest lines. Terrible lines, albeit, because he was kind of a piece of shit. But
yeah,
I just, like, I loved how vain he was. Like, even the last line, he, like, before he goes out, he's like,
"I'm too vain to be a cripple."
Yeah, just leave me a gun. He's like, "I reckon I'm too vain to be an invalid."
Yeah.
When he's talking about the horse getting away, he's like, "I can't believe my horse let him get away." And Kurt Russell's like, "Why, did you train your horse to be a bigot too?"
That part was sad when he had to shoot his horse. That part was very sad.
Yeah.
I guess. Awesome. Sure.
Seems to be the only thing he cared about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did love the line after he shoots the Mexicans. He's like, "You shouldn't have shot them Mexicans." He's like, "One of them was wearing a crucifix." He's like, "Well, Jesus should have helped him then."
Right, that was great.
And I thought he was, for me, he was a standout character. Did he ever, like, blow up the dynamite? Did I miss that completely?
No, he got killed.
He just dies.
Yeah.
And wastes the fucking dynamite?
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah. It's a shame. He does wear a white suit out into the West as well, which is... It's a choice. It's a fashion choice. But he still looks impeccable until the very end when he bleeds out. But yeah.
The missing hand was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
He had a hatchet and when they pan back to him at the end.
Oh, well, when he's dead, when he sees him.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. There will be spoilers in this movie.
Yeah.
In this podcast, I mean. What about you, Seamus?
I agree with our guest, Kate. I loved Richard Jenkins' performance. I was impressed with Matthew Fox. I thought that was probably his best role I've seen him in. But again, like she said, I mean, I thought the whole cast was great and outstanding performances all around.
Absolutely. Yeah, Arthur O'Dwyer is also very underrated as well, too. I thought Patrick Wilson was absolutely excellent in this movie.
Yeah, he's usually always good.
Everybody did a really good job, even David Arquette.
And Sid Haig, too. Isn't it?
Sid Haig for
Sid Haig was great.
2 minutes. Yeah, that was a brutal opening scene with a throat cutting. It reminded me of some Eastern Promises.
It was like cutting his throat with a butter knife.
Yeah.
The noise is so horrible. It's like, yeah, let's ease you into this movie. No, we're going straight for the throat.
I don't know if you guys saw the show Reservation Dogs at all, but they had Zan McLaren right in the beginning, like the Native American who told him about the troglodytes. I was a little disappointed I didn't utilize him more because I do like him in a lot of the shit that he's done.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. He was awesome in Westworld. He was awesome in Fargo.
Yeah, he was in the show Dark Winds. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's the shit in season 2 Fargo. He was
he's
like
the Native
best
American.
Character. Yeah, they could have utilized him a little bit more as well too. He should have went, even if he died. But I agree. I'm going with Ryan. I mean, I agree with all you guys. I think everybody was excellent. I thought Chicory was great, Richard Jenkins, but I'm going with Matthew Fox. Never in my life did I think I would ever be like, Matthew Fox from Party of Five was really fucking awesome in a movie. I wasn't a huge Lost fan, but I did watch some of Lost, and I did like Matthew Fox, but I never really thought of Matthew Fox as a great actor, and he absolutely knocked this out of the park. I thought he was excellent. Like Ryan said, he was kind of a piece of shit, vain bastard, but yeah, his death was not as brutal as some of the other people's, but that losing the hand looked pretty fucking...
Deputy Nick.
Yeah, oh boy. Or Deputy Mustache as well. His almost death was pretty fucking brutal as well, too. So, we're going to be moving on to M, which is missed opportunities. How would you guys approach this rescue mission? Start with Ryan.
Well, I probably would have posseed up with a different group of ragtag friends. I just feel like maybe, they just didn't have the strongest offense, really. And, walking into that situation, you don't know what you're expecting. I don't know. I mean, it'd have to be a completely different scenario for me to, rationally be like, oh, yeah. I mean, they got a guy with a fucking broken leg, which... I mean, I gotta say, I broke my fucking ankle a couple years ago, and, watching Patrick Wilson walk in this movie, made me fucking cringe so many fucking times, and, I was like, oh, God, I just remember what it felt like. So, yeah, I'd have a guy with two legs, first off. I'd have a guy that didn't get winded running from the sheriff's station to a bar. I would have had a less racist, Matthew Fox with me, and, yeah, maybe some more, guns and provisions. I mean, this would be the only logical thing to do. And maybe a car instead of a horse.
You going back to the future.
That's all I got. I don't fucking answer this. Go.
Kate, what about you?
Yeah, my answer's kind of similar. I guess I probably would have taken a bit more time to prepare. I know that they were against the clock and they needed to kind of get going because they had so much travel to do. But... I would have packed more food because you need energy, and if you don't have energy, you can't fight. I would have actually approached the sleeping a little bit differently and had someone awake at all times. I mean, there are 4 of them. So I think doing 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then you have some sleep and someone else is keeping a watch out, because obviously the tripwire thing worked to an extent, but they did actually end up getting their horses stolen. So that slowed them down, and they would have been better off, taking the time to do that, I think. And yeah, more weapons I would have taken. And maybe, I know they did end up separating because of Arthur's injury, but if they could have taken a few more people and had a second wave come in after, just in case the first wave didn't go so well. But yeah, more weapons for sure.
Maybe a cart at the very least to pull behind the fucking horse that Patrick Wilson can sit in. Just sit here.
Right.
Yep.
Seamus?
I probably would have had, some rival rescue party or posse with conflicting motives, where maybe they form up for a temporary alliance. They join forces out of necessity, only for the partnership to fall apart at the worst moment. I would have the Robert Rodriguez of me would think, oh, I have more guys to kill and more mayhem to happen, or maybe the rival group triggers a premature confrontation with the troglodytes, forcing the sheriff's posse into a more desperate situation. Something along those lines.
I've just noticed, is that a cat or a dog behind you, Seamus?
Oh,
nobody knows.
That's Kaiju, my diaper-wearing dog. Kaiju.
I nearly cried from excitement. I was like, oh my God, there's a little thing on the couch.
Say hi.
I'm sorry, I got really excited. Very cute. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I was like, oh my God.
Thanks. Now back to the cannibals.
Yeah.
So, first of all, everybody in my posse, I would have them shave their body because you're more aerodynamic when you fight.
You just want to watch them shave their body. Weirdo.
No, that's just some Pineapple Express shit. I would have brought more people. I think that's the clear answer. And if most
rational people aren't walking into that, though.
Yeah, it's true.
You pay them.
Once the horses died, I probably would have tried to be a little bit more stealthy and not just walked in the open, dropping rocks, maybe taking a different tact. But again, I guess they didn't really know what they were working with and what the troglodytes were going to be like. They didn't know they were going to be cutting off arms and elbows and sticking bones in people's eyes, keeping women on the shelves like that.
I definitely would have brought Zan McLaren, too. I feel like he had some beneficial skills that would have saved some lives.
Yeah, but he was like, fuck that, I ain't going.
Oh, yeah, he's the smartest one, for sure, but...
I think the women troglodytes are the most tragic victims of this.
Oh, my God. It's fucking brutal.
Hey, Seamus, we're not here to kink shame, buddy, okay?
You don't know what you'd do if you were a troglodyte.
Oh, man. Talk about you porn. Jesus. Okay, so this one's Ryan's favorite, which is A, atmosphere. Change the atmosphere by adding 3 songs. I'm going to let Ryan go first.
All right, well, funny enough that you asked this, I timed it out, Greg, and there is no fucking music in this movie until 42 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's all crunchy boot steps and tumbleweeds. That's all you hear for the first 42 minutes.
You gotta watch out for the tumbleweeds.
So sticking with a Bone theme, I would go Them Bones by Alice in Chains.
Nice. Advertising with that.
When they get to the cave, it would have been Killing in the Name of. And then I'd probably just do something by like the Meters while they were walking through the desert, some Licky Pie or something. Some funky, give it a little soul while they're walking through the fucking shit. Tarantino that shit up with some fucking obscure funk bands.
Do that one Tarantino song from Pulp Fiction. Hey, hey! Seamus, what about you?
I wouldn't add any music. So the movie has a stark, desolate frontier setting. The isolation amplifies the dread, in my opinion. And actually, I read something like the writer-director, S. Craig Zahler, was offered more money by investors if he agreed to cut the film down to 90 minutes and add a heavy metal soundtrack. So, as a lifelong metalhead, Zahler refused, insisting on the film's slow burn pace and minimalist score to maintain the lived-in feel of the 1890s.
Once they lost their horses, it'd be like...
Yeah. So, yeah, I like what he did there. I think that it helped keep the setting of the movie.
Way to completely negate the question, Seamus.
What about if you had to pick a soundtrack that music inspired by, but not actually in the movie? Would you have any songs then?
Yeah, I would go with Ezio Enichoni or whatever from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Perfect.
Kate, what about you?
I went with Sky Rockets in Flight because the sex scene is pretty good. So I'm putting Afternoon Delight in there. I was watching Arrested Development recently, and I've had that fucking song in my head all afternoon or all day now. So the Starland vocal band, just for that particular thing. Love Rescue Me by U2, which is on Rattle and Hum, and it's a very good song. And it's got kind of a Western feel, so that helps. And Keep Your Hands Off My Girl by Good Charlotte. Because, I think they're a little underrated rock band, and they deserve to be in there.
Nice.
You just ruined this movie for me.
I'm not a big fan of Good Charlotte. I'm just
kidding. I'm just kidding. It just sounds, like I said, it's incongruous to me for the pace and the setting.
Oh, you wait till I get to mine. Here we go.
God.
Spice Girls. No. I went with The Shootist by Big Elm and Woody Jackson, which was featured in Red Dead Redemption 2, which has amazing music, but it's very Western country.
Yeah, subtle.
Yep. I also went with Hurt, the Johnny Cash version.
I hate that version.
So when they stick the flask in Kurt Russell's, he'd be like, I hurt myself today.
Or just watching Patrick Wilson walking around.
Yeah.
No, that's Pantera. And then I went with Cocaine and Abel by Amigo the Devil, which is a very sad song, and I feel like it fits the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive this guy I met because he said he thought it was cool that 9 Inch Nails covered a Johnny Cash song. Never been more upset in my life.
Hilarious.
Well, Trent Reznor, remember we had this talk. Trent Reznor did say that this is Johnny Cash's song now.
Sure, Greg.
I love the Nine Inch Nails version, and I still...
What do you mean? It's a Nine Inch Nails song.
The original, I'm saying. I love the original version by Nine Inch Nails.
I'm so upset.
It's in Rick and Morty, isn't it? Rick and Morty episode.
I love Johnny Cash's. I love them both, but I think I like Johnny Cash's version better.
Really? See, I like the original version better by this band called Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor. And I will die on this hill where Nine Inch Nails in a Perfect Circle was the best show I've ever seen in me life.
Probably was.
That was a good one.
How could that be a bad show?
It was Perfect Circle's first tour.
The only show that I can think of that would be better is if Follically Challenge opened for Wisecrackers. That's the only better show that I could imagine.
We're probably going to play Kid Rock, unfortunately. Cowboy.
Ba with the nah.
Nah, that's a no for me, dog.
That's a nano.
Speaking of that, haters gonna hate. I don't like Kid Rock. Fuck you. 3 things you dislike about this movie that are not Kid Rock.
I'll start. Fine. I hated watching Patrick Wilson drag his stupid broken leg across a stupid desert. I was upset watching it. That was the worst part of the movie for me. I don't even mean like... I mean, like, it was worse than any violence that was in that movie because I felt every fucking fall.
Stay homo, Dwyer!
I'm glad you guys like the pacing. I do not. I found it a little tedious, and I wanted more at the end. I wanted a huge payoff, but I just got a pretty okay payoff.
What?
Haters gonna hate.
Sorry, I wanted more. I wanted the Robert Rodriguez ending with his fucking tomahawks flying everywhere, and Zane McLaren's like, I decided to come after all, and starts firing arrows. I didn't get any of that. I got a pretty horrible death. Sheriff Nick was a bitch anyway, and I think they need stricter rules and regulations while doing medical transfers in their prisons. Those were the 3 things I disliked.
Okay. Seamus?
Like, I felt some characters were a little underused, like especially Bruder. I felt he had a backstory that the hints at depth that the film never explores. Minimal development for the kidnapped characters. I wanted to know more about poor Deputy Nick and his wife. She seemed like an intelligent, compassionate woman. You don't really get to know her so much either. And maybe a lack of environmental threats, like there's no weather issues, no animal dangers, no frontier hazards. It's just walking and talking until the finale.
I would just like to say that the way that the wife lectured him about being on the roof when she told him not to in the beginning was the most authentic wifing I have ever heard in a movie.
And when she knows that he's moving those pillows, even though she's not in the room, and she's like, don't you move those pillows? Yep.
I'll do that. I'll put it back up.
I like when she's just compassionate to Richard Jenkins' character, like in the end, and like is like, oh yeah, those fleas are definitely real.
That
was sweet.
Hilarious. Yeah, it was. He's like, oh, he was so excited about that. He's like, I can die now. I know about them flea circus.
Such a random conversation in a cage about to be eaten.
Yeah. Kate, what about you?
I didn't love the exposition when Arthur reads the letter out loud after she goes to the sheriff's office. I feel like they could have had him reading that overlaying them traveling as sort of adding to the scene instead of him sitting there reading it to himself. Just felt like a lot of exposition and a bit obvious. I didn't like Bruder's horse getting shot. That made me really, really sad. And I'm okay with gore, but I struggle with when it's like torture or like really realistic human violence. Not so much that you get in horror movies, or you do sometimes, but the scenes where they really bring it home at the end when everything kind of happens, I really felt quite icky after the first time, and I felt really sad for Nick, especially when he was trying to be brave and he's saying like, please send my stuff to my brother, and that guy was bad. You did the right thing by shooting him. He was a bad person. To kind of, he's thinking of other people when he's in his final moments, and yeah, it was horrible. Didn't enjoy that at all. It was
And
really
they were
well
like,
done.
Shut
though.
up. Let me stuff this scalp in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Now, before we feel too sad for the horses, I want you guys to know that 700 people die every year from horse-related injuries.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
More than
dangerous
sharks.
than sharks.
Yeah. Although we've had 4 shark attacks in the last few days here, so
Yeah, how many horse attacks have you had?
How many horses are put down a year by humans?
lots, especially from racing.
Don't ride a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah, Greg.
Or a shark.
Or a shark. Well, that'd be pretty badass.
With lasers.
You could take sharks in if we had water. Yeah.
Sharks were the
and
thing
lasers.
missing from this movie for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Needed more sharks. Like, the only way we can cross, we just swim through this ocean that's just going right through the desert right here.
Like sharks were the only natural
Canal.
enemy to the troglodytes.
Yeah. Their cave was surrounded by an ocean.
All right, Greg, what about you?
Sand sharks, Greg. Sand sharks.
Sand sharks. Ah, fuck. So, not much. Not a lot of very small nitpicks. The opium scene with the troglodytes was a little bit forced, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like, only does that work in somebody's, like, writing.
Yeah. Like, I get, that they faked it and they were, like, made it look interesting. Like, oh, give me that. I want to drink that. But, like, it just seemed so convenient.
Is there really enough in that to kill 3 grown men in a flask like that?
I mean, concentrated opium, as a doctor, yes, I believe so.
You're not a doctor.
I'm
I was
not.
going to ask anyone, and ask the paleontologist of the group, of this ragtag group.
I'm just ragtag posse.
I feel like, yeah.
How many people have you killed with highly concentrated opium?
Well, only a couple, but yeah, I think
A couple ex-boyfriends.
yeah. We don't talk about that. Yeah, I think it would probably. I think it was interesting actually how she was like, okay, this one's going to have this, the other one's going to be asleep for a long time. Yeah, the first one's definitely dead. The other one, nothing at all. But yeah, I think
Well, he was a
it
doctor,
knocks you
right?
out. So she's
She's
like
a
the
doctor,
doctor's
yeah.
assistant.
Well, O'Dwyer was a doctor.
Yeah.
No,
No,
she-
female's a doctor.
Oh,
Yeah,
she was.
she's not a doctor. She's his assistant because the doctor's drunk when they come and get her, and she's like,
Oh, that's right.
is Doctor whatever. I can't remember the phrase she uses, but she's obviously the one who does everything and keeps the
Yeah.
town looked after, and he's just because he's the male and he's the doctor, but she's the brains of the operation, I think.
Also, real quick, was the piano player, that was the guy from Back to the Future, right?
Oh, was it? Who was he in that?
With the principal?
Yeah, the principal.
Yes,
Oh.
it was. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
He's in Top Gun too, isn't he? He's always angry.
So the second thing, like Seamus said, I would like to see a little bit more. I know that's the way the movie is, and it makes it better. Not better, I guess, but that's why it's good, I guess, because it's so very vague and they don't really tell too much stuff. But maybe more character backstory, like with David Arquette and Sid Haig. It would have been cool to kind of see them a little bit before, see some pre-Brooder and all that stuff. Maybe even show Patrick Wilson falling off the roof. See some bones coming out.
Problem was, it was already 2 hours. And they wanted it to be 90 minutes.
So he could have fell off the roof and been like, ah! And then the bone pops out and it's like, Bone Tomahawk. Title. And then also, lastly, I dislike that I didn't hear about this movie until 2024. I don't know where it was all my life.
Yeah.
Only if there were a sub-series about all the movies you haven't seen.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of movies, all right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I have seen as many movies
Brag it
as
up!
anybody! Okay. So, A, acting on the crustometer, the world famous crustometer. There's 8 pieces of pizza in a pizza for most normal people.
11 in Australia.
Okay. How many pieces of pizza you have in Australia in a large pizza?
Still 8 because it's upside down. Still an 8. Except I often make a little one and cut it into 4. But yeah.
Yeah, you cut all the pieces and you got 16. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say the acting was an 8. Absolutely fantastic, and everybody's at the top of their game. Boom goes the dynamite if I was Brooder, because I would have lit it off.
I will go next.
One-handed?
I will also say an 8 because the acting is the strongest part of this said movie.
That's pretty important for a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the cast was great. I thought the acting was great. I'm going with a 7.5. It was phenomenal.
I'm going to go with an 8 as well. There's only one part where it kind of slipped a little bit, and it was when Samantha's talking to nearly said Patrick, to Arthur, and she's saying, "Isn't it enough that you're here with me?" And she sort of puts her head down, and it's kind of, I don't know, there was just something about it. I thought, oh, that could have been reshot maybe a few times. But
Cut. Do it again.
We need a new wife.
yeah, it was almost like I wanted her to stomp her foot and go, "Isn't it enough that you're with me?" And do the foot stomp. So no one can see what I just did other than you guys. But yeah, other than that, I think everyone was really well cast. I love that Kurt Russell took a massive pay cut, and because he loved the story so much, he just wanted to be part of it. And he just he looks like a Western guy. Like he looks like he belongs in that time. Yeah, everyone's great. I think Bruder's, Matthew Fox is brilliant in it. And obviously loving that character is an endorsement of his beliefs or the character, but he's a very layered character, I think. And he's very gentlemanly to Samantha, and the fact that he goes along when he doesn't have to, I think.
Yeah, risks his life.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does feel partially responsible because he went and got her, but I think also he is relishing the idea of being able to kill a lot of people, but he has absolute flaws, but he has some good qualities too.
Maybe the reason he doesn't like Mexicans and the reason he isn't married is because the Mexicans killed his fiance.
Yes. I think his mother and sisters were...
Because he shoots them on sight.
I think, what are we saying? What, indigenous Americans? Do we say Native Americans or indigenous American? What do you guys, I
think it's indigenous now.
Yeah. Because we say...
indigenous. It's indigenous peoples.
Yeah. So we say First Nations people here for our Aboriginal population. But I think they killed his mother and sisters.
His sisters, yeah. He's that have an impact.
He has every right to. Yeah, he's got a genuine vendetta, I guess, in his mind. But killing every single person he comes across is probably not the way to deal with that problem. But yeah, he's had an experience in the past with.
Let's not forget he's on a rescue mission with no reward for no reason. He's going there to help provide his expertise.
He likes the wife, and he's like, I'm hoping, Mr. O'Dwyer dies.
He gets punched in the face for making a comment.
Yeah. And then he apologizes after it.
Yeah.
Justin loves Matthew Fox, and he hadn't seen this movie. I was like, dude, you got to see this movie if you love Matthew Fox.
Really?
This is his best work.
Yeah.
Out of all the characters, the only one that doesn't seem lost.
Oh, come on now. That's what you get on the You Can Eat That Crust podcast.
Also, thanks to Samantha, I want to say I have a new, thing that I whisper in ears, in my woman's ear when I'm making love. The first thing I say halfway through, I'm like, hey, how's your tibia? And we keep going from there.
I thought it was going to be please continue. She's so polite. You could throw that in there as well.
What a line by Kurt Russell at the end. It gives me the chills when he's like, tell my wife I said goodbye, and I'll tell your wife I said hello.
Yeah. Oh, it's
very
heartbreaking.
Sad. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg, for...
Okay, Greg. Cut it out, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, obviously not the best line in the movie. Smart men don't get married is the best line.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny line.
I love the smirk that Chicory and... Who is the other? Chicory and the sheriff, I think, both give him a little smirk, yeah, good one. It's really good.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck. All right, so we're moving on to W. What's your overall score on this movie? Crustometer. I've been dying to hear. I need to know what Fatback Supreme, a.k.a. Shed Dancing, has to say.
Well, I mean, not a perfect movie. For me, it's a 6 out of 8 due to pacing issues mostly, and I wanted a Robert Rodriguez ending.
Seamus.
I'm going to give it 7 crusts. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Sure, it's not perfect, but I liked most of the aspects about it.
I'm going to go next. Let our guest go last. I'm going to say it's an 8 out of 8. Great acting, great story, great mix of Western and some horror elements with brutally good special effects. It reminded me of Cronenberg with history of violence in Eastern Promises. When there was violence, it was fucking brutal.
I'm basing my score purely on enjoyment because I agree there are some pacing issues, but I'm going to go with 8 because I love this movie and I feel like it's definitely a movie that I wish more people, the amount of people that I talk to about this that haven't seen it, it's, criminal. More people need to watch it. So
Yeah, agreed. I can't believe it slept on so much.
It's a hidden gem, baby. Hidden gem.
Yeah.
Just like this podcast, full of a ragtag posse.
Woo! All right, so brings us to K, and then I got a couple listener feedbacks about the movie. K is kills, best or most brutal kills. Seamus, we'll start with you. I mean, I think everybody's going to be close to having the same answer, probably.
Obviously, the wishbone scene. I mean,
Make a wish.
Here's some. I looked into this actually. So there was like a no-cut mandate on this. Director S. Craig Zahler specifically designed the scene to be a wide shot with no quick cuts. In most horror films, cheating is done through fast editing to hide the transition between an actor and a dummy. Zahler insisted on a static camera to force the audience to watch the process in real time, which meant the practical effect had to be flawless from start to finish. So they used a multi-layered dummy. The special effects team, led by Hugo Villasenor, created a highly detailed life-size prosthetic of actor Evan. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It wasn't just a hollow.
Deputy Nick.
Yeah, Deputy Nick. It wasn't just a hollow shell. It was packed with articulated bone, a rigid internal structure that had to be physically sawn through or snapped. Latex, muscle, and fat. Different densities of silicone and latex were used to simulate the way skin stretches before it tears. Weighted organs to ensure that when the body was split, the insides fell out with a realistic heavy thud rather than looking like light plastic props. And all the way down to the sound of the split. Much of the scene's horror comes from the audio. Since there's no musical score during the scene, the sound of tearing flesh and cracking bone is amplified. The sound designers used a combination of breaking large stalks of celery and frozen lettuce for the bone snaps, squishing wet leather and raw meat for the tactile tearing sounds, and the director wanted it to sound heavy and wet rather than crunchy to emphasize the anatomical reality of the act. So despite the trend toward digital blood in 2015, almost every drop of blood in that scene is physical stage blood. The crew used pressurized pumps to ensure the blood flow followed gravity realistically as the body was turned upside down, which is why it pools and drips in a way that feels correct to the human eye.
I was just going to say, I thought you were going to say they just killed him.
Stay tuned for a late night podcast, Wet Leather and Raw Meat.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I had to mute myself. Have you ever heard the Prince song Soft and Wet? It's really like groovy early. When he said heavy and wet, I started singing that in my head. I see myself laughing.
See, that's where your add a song comes in.
So, now you're going to change one of your picks.
I know. Afternoon Delight's staying, so I'll get rid of Good Charlotte. But oh my God, that's so funny. That's disgusting, but really interesting. Thank you, Seamus.
So they just weakened at Bernie's, the fucking dummy. Is that what you're saying to me right now?
Pretty much, I think.
They made him look like Weekend at Bernie's and walked him over to the fucking fire and then split him asunder.
Scalped him first.
Scalped him. Put the scalp in his mouth and then put the spike through the scalp in his mouth.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the next one. Is when Patrick Wilson fucking cut the guy's throat open and pulled out his fucking neck whistle and learned how to talk to the troglodytes with it. That was fucking pretty
in his
brutal.
mouth.
Yes. That was. Like, how did he even know what it was doing or what it was even there for, and how, that he would even know that he could use it? And then when he puts it in his mouth when it's all covered in blood.
Yeah.
His wife is almost a doctor, Seamus.
He tries to kiss her at the end. She's like, I'm not going to kiss you with that blood. And he's just like, hold on. All right.
Have a wet nap.
I think was he pushing on the body and seeing
Now,
the sound come out? Was that him or was that Bruder?
Yeah, he pushed on the belly and it was like,
right. So he got sort of, because I printed a Aztec death whistle, so I 3D printed it so I could, and I wonder if there's a print that you can print those, because if there is, I'm doing one for all of us and sending it so we can make noises.
I want to know who the troglodyte surgeon is, and how he went about putting that in there safely.
They just fucking hammer a bone in there and just like put it in there. Like, oh, well, hopefully he lives.
Yeah, if he doesn't choke on his blood, then he's one of the crew.
All right, well, I mean, that as well, man. When he fucking puts that bone in Kurt Russell's mouth and just slams down on the end of it, like, God.
That was brutal. So what's your favorite death, Ryan, or most brutal death? Is it the same one?
Well, I mean, the neck whistle was pretty good, but also when they split open Kurt Russell's stomach and then put in the fucking red hot flask in the wound like it's a carrying case. That was
so fucking brutal.
Convenient and disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to use my pockets.
Yeah, like burns don't stop hurting. Burns are painful.
And he sold it pretty good as well, too. Like when they cut him open, he's like, "That's not that bad. Do your worst." And they're like, "Oh, what? We're gonna stick this flask in your fucking open wound." He's like, "Ah!" Yeah, that's brutal.
That'll do it.
Like fused to his organs.
Yeah. This is
At
part
least
of me
it would
now.
have cauterized the wound, though. I guess would have
It's true.
stopped
Right,
the
it was not
bleeding. It just would
coming
have really hurt. Yeah.
If he was walking out of there and they needed to like have a drink, like just tip me upside down, have a drink.
Built-in
What about you, Kate? Same one or?
Yeah, I mean, that's really interesting what Seamus said about the body, because I did wonder. I don't really want to watch it that closely that I have to see that, but I remember seeing Dr. Lindsay Fitzharris, who I've spoken about before, the one that did the butchering art about Joseph Lister and Victorian surgery. She did a series on YouTube, I think, and she got these ballistic bodies made where they recreated like victims from like the Lizzie Borden murder and other things. And these ballistics dummies are really interesting. Like they pack them with, material that it really imitates human organs and human flesh and bones and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's pretty, because it sounds disgusting. Like it does sound, I've never heard a body being ripped in half, but it sounded like I would expect it to.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't lived
yet. It was
yet.
disgusting. Yeah, and then everything just flops out. It's like, oh. But also the stable boy, he had a bad night. Like he didn't have a good time with them when he went to check on the horses.
No.
But did he get cut in half? I couldn't really tell when you saw him on the floor of the stable, but he looked like he'd been sort of almost cut in half. So, yeah.
I mean, they had an off-screen one as well. I mean, they talked about, well, they ate David Arquette. Like, yeah, they ate him. So I was like, that's probably pretty brutal,
One guy that deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably got worse than Deputy Nick even. I think.
Yeah.
He would have.
I mean, they were probably going to eat Deputy Nick after, but.
Oh, they definitely ate him because he walks in with the arm, doesn't he? And he's been.
That's true.
Yeah. I think they would have
He's like at a Renaissance fair just fucking chewing on a fucking arm. Like, good stuff.
Yeah, I feel like they weren't following the 5-second rule, though.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
See, that's how I would have survived over all of you guys, because I would have shown them cooking techniques with this human skin and what you could add to that and how to braise, and they would have hailed me as a king.
Yeah, you could have just been their live-in chef.
It was just cut your legs off so you couldn't run away, though.
Yeah.
Let's face it, at the rate I'm going, I'm not going to have much longer anyway. Diabetes, kids.
I would have taught him the game of football and showed him what it's like to be a semi-pro football player. We can take his head and use it as a football. Obviously, mine was the Nick Wishbone death scene, but again, like Ryan said, that Kurt Russell scene really got me hot and bothered.
Carry my flask.
Yes.
Do you think they would have eaten Samantha or made her a baby maker? What do you reckon her fate was going to be? Which is a dark.
I think they were waiting for the pregnancies, and if they had some added additions to the crew, then they probably just eat her. But if things didn't go well with the pregnancy, they were probably going to try her next.
I think they would have done both. I think they ate all the other girls' arms and legs, and just they.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it was a really dark question, but I was curious.
Why let them go to waste?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention a couple things.
Okay.
So also the movie was filmed in only 21 days.
Wow.
And it only had a 1.8 million budget. Like Kate said, Kurt Russell was already a fan of His Western novels, and when he read the script, he committed to the project immediately and stayed attached for years while the production struggled to find funding. But here's the interesting part: the original lineup for the Rescue Posse looked very different. There was Jennifer Carpenter was originally cast as Samantha O'Dwyer, who was replaced by Lily Simmons. You guys remember Deb from Dexter?
Oh, yeah.
Emily
Okay.
Rose.
Timothy Oliphant was set to play sharpshooter Bruder, and Peter Sarsgaard was initially cast as Arthur O'Dwyer. So all those would have been great castmates as well, I think. And I can't say that they would have been better, but I think those would have been good selections as well.
Yeah, I think they could have all done it. I love what they landed with. I think it was a perfect group, but they would have all worked, yeah.
Timothy Oliphant was in Deadwood, so he would have been great.
Yeah, he would have been a great Bruder, I think.
Yep.
I mean, he's great in everything. So
yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna end it with some listener feedback, and this is from Instagram and some other people. And starting with it's Mr. Eddie to you. He said, "I'm kind of split on this one."
Hey,
we appreciate that. It's good humor. We love it. Surviving Horror Podcast says it gets a 6.5 from me. It's a Western horror genre that needs to grow.
Thanks.
It reminded me of, like the pacing. It kind of reminded me of Dusk Till Dawn and recently like Sinners.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But like if they were more boring.
Well, add Quentin Tarantino dialogue to it. I guess that was Dusk Till Dawn, right?
So John from Dewey Pod Monster said, aside from Kurt Russell's mustache and the split in half scene, I don't remember much. 17 beers out of 8 crusts. Hence the memory problem. Brother Rogers, Sean Rogers, gave it a 7.2 out of 8. Continuing with his...
I would have gave the last one.
I know, but he loves the I'll give it a 7.8, a 7.3. Scott from You Run Podcast.
Pip, pip.
Yep. He gave it an 8 out of 8 and said, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Knickers.
So Michelle said she gave it 8 out of 8. She said she absolutely loved it. And then I asked my boss, John, who's got a great mustache, by the way, Sullivan Tire. He says this movie...
Get back to work, you fuck.
He said this movie is a 12 out of 8. Brutal and violent. And had great mustaches. I added that last part about the mustaches.
I had a couple too.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, I know someone replied to it. It's really exciting. So I had The Mouths of Madness, great podcast. They gave it an 8. And also Paul from Yamityville Horror, also another great podcast. And he's just released his first book. So you can see it on his page. Awesome Slow Burn Western Horror, 8 out of 8.
Thanks, guys. That was great.
Yeah.
And speaking of great, you've been a beautiful audience. We love each and every one of you. Big ups to Kate for coming on tonight. Honor to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love our listeners. Thanks, Kate, for coming on. Greg, give them the spiel.
Yeah, you can find our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Pod Music. If you want to join our Patreon, which is as low as $1, you can get episodes just like this one up to a week early. Other ways to support the show, you can share our stuff, you can review us. Go to yourunpodcast.com, check us out. Check out all the other awesome shows on there because there's so many great shows on yourunpodcast.com. We got Commando coming up. We got Dez coming up. We got we got The Simpsons coming up. Simpsons side character. I'm like, we got Bone Tomahawk, the show we're doing right now. But that's coming up too eventually after I edit it. But we got some really fun episodes coming out, and we're excited for you to listen to. So hope you had fun and hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, motherfuckers. And as always, we're going to leave you with our world-famous slogan. So if everyone would take me to the bridge. In Crust, we trust.
Bye.
Pew!
This ends our podcast.
They didn't know they
Yeah,
were going
they
to be
didn't really
cutting off
ask.
arms and elbows and sticking bones in people's eyes. You know, keeping women on the shelves like that.